Podcast.
Live. And we are live. Hello, cyberspace.
Hey, everybody.
It's your favorite cyberpunk chick, TerraSynn. I have with me, of course, the veteran mountain man.
Hey, everyone.
And I have Scooby331. I think he's still away. Everyone else will be joining us later.
18 just showed up, but he kind of snuck in while you were talking there.
Yes, I don't know this person, so you can introduce them up, man.
This is 18 Putza. We were just chatting on Rational Outlaws channel, and here he is.
How are you? I'm now North Korean Asian, as I discussed with him previously. And
we still
we had
have
a really
no
good...
proof.
I just need you to take my word for it.
That's not good enough.
Hey, it works for communists, damn it. Yeah, and we had a very good, productive conversation. I recommend you look up Rationale's stream.
So, how's everybody's day today?
Well, mine was pretty good, except I kept getting news alerts through the radio about how horrible the president was doing at negotiating with the dictator, I guess is the best word, of North Korea.
Yeah. But every time I hear someone say dictator, I think of this guy that I used to like talk to at a bar I used to go to, and we had a Halloween contest, or for Halloween we would dress up. And one year he was there, and he's like, "Can you guess what I am?" And I'm like, "I don't know, drunk." And he's like, "No," he had a rope around his waist that had a potato in the center hanging over his crotch, and he goes, "No, I'm a dictator."
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
So
Isn't that wrong?
Every time someone says dictator, that's the image I get in my head.
God damn, I'm sorry you...
Can you see why I get that in my head every time?
Yeah.
It's like learning communism at the gulags. Shit, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, look at this.
We got Death Hyrican in the chat, and my brother. My brother was finally able to be first to type into the chat.
Hey, Death. Hey, Kelt. How y'all doing?
Oh, and Death Hyrican got a Twitter last night. Oh, boy.
Right on.
You know how to find me, Death. And, of course, I'm still trying to get up money for a new sewing machine. I'm going to do a quick screen share to show everyone the actual sewing machine I want.
Did you figure out which one you want, Tara?
Yeah, I want the heavy-duty one. I need the heavy-duty one.
Well, of course, because, I mean, you got to sew through leather and such, right?
Yeah, well, I know how to do that. You need leather needles. Yeah. But this is the sewing machine that I really, really want.
All right, let me see this thing. Ah, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, I've been wanting it for years, but, I wasn't doing sewing like I am now. So this would be great because, I'm currently in the middle of a project of I'm supposed to be making my best friend's wedding dress. And I can't make it without a decent sewing machine. The toy one I got is good for sewing like purses and shit, but it's not good for sewing a sewing machine, for sewing a wedding dress.
I can feel you on that one.
So everyone, this is the sewing machine I fucking need. I mean, need. And right now it's $200. If you guys want to, instead of donating to PayPal, just order it for me and have it sent to my nearest Joann's. No, I'm not joking. If that's what they want to do, fucking fine. Hit me up on Discord, Twitter, something, and I'll tell you which I'll find the store for you to put it into and give my legal name so that, it gets picked up by me.
Yeah, yeah.
But if that's what you guys want to do, that's fine. I'll be doing this again probably like at the middle of the stream tonight. But see, the only thing I hate about it is it's a drop bobbin. And that's because the bobbin casing is hard to fix.
Yeah, yeah.
When it pops out of place when it's a drop bobbin. But the other sewing machines, the one from Walmart I was looking at, there were a lot of reviews about it not working anymore after a month.
Yeah.
So I don't want something that's going to stop working after a fucking month.
Agreed. Agreed.
Is Scooby back yet?
No, I don't think so. I haven't heard him back.
Six is typing out a message to me, and I invited Chaos Eve. I invited Tennessee Marine, Irate,
Cool.
of course.
Yeah.
Burnside Inquisitor, because he was helping me with OBS and stuff.
Kaz may or may not show up. His status currently on Discord says playing Quake Champions.
Oh god.
So I'm waiting for Six to finish typing out his message.
Well, while we're waiting on that, geez. We just talked about North Korea for almost an hour. What else can we talk about?
I don't know. There's only 45,000 years of human history.
Yeah, but the big thing right now about North Korea is the fact that they have actually met with the dictator of North Korea, met with the president of the United States, and they agreed to try to create a peace agreement where they denuclearized the Korean Peninsula. So, I mean, that's the big noise right now. And we spent 45 minutes talking about that. I mean, I'm not sure there's much more to hash.
Well, I'm just hoping that officially on paper we can end the North Korean war. That'll be a nice thing to have. Just some kind of document of some kind.
I don't disagree with you on that, man, but I'm just not as optimistic as you are on that one.
Six
I tend to be
here for a little bit.
I tend to probably be more optimistic than I should. Especially as my friend still in the West was very optimistic about the Muslim world. I had some high hopes for them, and I still do. I don't think it's going to be like that forever, but it's easier said than done. I'll say that. The last 100 years have been pretty extreme for them.
I don't have a lot of hope. I don't have a lot of hope for the Muslim world, but maybe that's because I'm under multiple death sentences in the Muslim world.
Yeah, that would certainly form a bias. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, I'll be the first to admit it's definitely caused me to be biased against them. But, they started it. So I feel I have every right to be.
Yep.
I'm not the one saying they got to be put to death. They're the one saying I do.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because what? You're white, American, and pagan?
I was performing pagan ceremonies in Turkey on the Syrian border.
That'll do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Scooby.
Hey. Yeah, sorry. I misplaced my wife's phone. I had to go dig around for it.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Six.
How are you this evening?
You sound tired as fuck.
I am tired as fuck. And
have a good day at work?
It's... I had to drive to downtown San Antonio. That's something I don't like doing.
That's gnarly, man. That's gnarly.
And I had to drive back from downtown San Antonio, which is something that I don't particularly care for. And guess what I gotta do tomorrow? So I gotta get up.
Drive back down to downtown San Antonio?
Yeah, I gotta get up at holy shit o'clock and drive to downtown San Antonio.
Holy shit o'clock or what the fuck 30? Because there is a difference.
Holy shit o'clock is it's somewhat it can be somewhat softened by a bit of caffeine.
Yeah. Oh my God, 30 can't be.
No, you need alcohol for that.
True.
One is solved by caffeine, the other one is solved by alcohol.
That's why I was making sure we clarified there. I wanted to make sure we were talking the same lingo. Hey, Burnside.
Same page.
Yay, Mr. V.
Hey, sorry for the late arrival there. Get ready for work again.
It's fine. You're only 11 minutes late. You're good.
Well, you know, I had to make sure that the assholes didn't change my schedule again. You're supposed to fucking do that on me.
They've been screwing you around pretty good, boy.
Thankfully, not again, but they did it twice. That's why I'm going to work right now instead of, you know, scrambling to get shit together.
Yep.
Because I was supposed to have today off and tomorrow, but nope, not till Thursday. Nope.
So who is actually going to be hosting tomorrow night?
Foster.
Okay.
Okay, Foster's going to be. So I may be able to make that tomorrow.
So here's the question: next week, what day are you hosting, Burnside?
I have no idea because they keep changing my fucking schedule. These jagoffs.
Okay, what day is Irate hosting?
He's hosting Monday.
Okay, so I'll do Tuesday then.
I'll hopefully do Wednesday unless they fuck me again like they did this week.
Okay, and then Six will do Thursday.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and Scooby does Friday and so on and so forth.
And of course, Weibo is Saturday. Our Weibo.
And as always, since, you know, everybody says Burnside's my man, I go ahead and, you know, I'm like, I'd call dibs on covering for him.
Hey, I got no complaints. I barely know what the fuck I'm doing anymore because I'm like, yeah, hey, I'm off of night shifts. Oh, fuck you, kid. Wham, wham, wham. Take 4, motherfucker. And it's like, you jagoffs.
Yeah, I swear.
Now I feel really bad because, you know, I had fun today. I went out to the range. I put, you know, 100 rounds through the new handgun.
Cool. It's shit I wish I could do.
That's fun.
Yeah, got to go to the new high-tech shooting gallery.
If when I come to visit you in Chicago and they fuck with your schedule to where we can't really, you know, spend time together, I'm going to go and beat them up.
Oh, you'd be doing me a favor.
I'm serious. I will, you know, I'll be like, all right, where are they? Where's the headquarters? And I will go down there and be like, do you realize I spent this amount of money to come to Chicago to spend time with him and you're fucking with it? Oh, hells no.
Yeah. I literally had to check earlier with this random fucking 773 number, and I was like, oh, God, don't let it be my boss. And I call him, and it's like, hi, this is Accutel, something, other customer service. Click. Okay. Thankfully not my boss, because I was like, if it's 773 or 312, it's like one of 4 of the motherfuckers, because they all got different fucking area codes.
That sucks, man. That sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. You know, especially when I go, hey, man, you know, someone got shot today. Hey, man, you know, someone didn't show up to work today. And it's like, you bitches better give me the overtime for this. I'm already thankfully sitting on 8 fucking hours of overtime.
My brother says Florida woman story in Chicago coming up.
So Burnside, did you see the title of the chat today?
Dear Lord. Dare I ask?
You should go look.
So this random link appears in my DMs, and I click it, and I ended up here.
Eve! Oh my God! Yay!
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Thank you for coming.
Is that Eve? Is that my buddy Eve?
It's Chaos Eve.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
His night's not going to be going so well once he reads the name of the chat. Or the stream.
Yeah. It's named in your honor, Burnside.
Oh, son of a
my
bitch.
What's going on, Eve?
Man, let me get the fucking YouTube app up.
Got done streaming a game on my channel.
Oh,
It's been
cool.
like 2 months since I've done it, and everybody was kind of like, "Yeah, you're pretty bad about keeping up with doing stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been intermittent with keeping on top of things too. People keep riding me for it. It's what it is, though.
Scoob, I meant to mention something to you. I was in a Costco yesterday.
Oh, mother!
Never mind.
Oh, you evil bitch! Ah!
You know you love me.
I told you you'd love it, Burnside.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on. I also made sure Scooby was mentioned. It's Scoobalicious.
Speaking of Scoobalicious, that was one damn dark video you put out today, man.
Oh, yeah. You know, I got a thing about that. I heard my aunt crying on the phone talking to my mother about how she was upset about what that prick said, and
Yeah.
yeah, I was in a bad mood, and I feel a lot better.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you spend like what over 40 years hanging out with all those people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Develop a bad attitude.
I tell you, you know, just hearing her get upset, and you got to see people all over the neighborhood are losing their minds. One guy up over in Staten Island, he took the picture down off his wall, picture frame and all. He put it in the garbage can. And he's beating the thing with a tile hammer.
What
Oh,
happened?
man.
De Niro, the Mutevam, he's sitting there. He comes out on stage. The first thing he says, "Fuck Trump." Meanwhile, the guy just pretty much. I was just watching a news briefing on it. He's got the North Korea peace talks going on. They're going to be denuclearizing the peninsula.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that on Rational Outlaws stream, man. He did a stream earlier today.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed to hop in on the stream with him, but my wife turns around and goes, "Yeah, we're going to the supermarket." I go, "I got a stream."
Ah, shit! You missed a good one. Oh
Yeah.
God, you missed a good one.
That's my luck. She doesn't care. She does this all the time. I'm married to a Democrat, so it is what it is.
I am so sorry.
So, Scoob, I don't know if you
don't
guys
think
have
we've been
Costco's in New
acquainted.
York.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? Hold on. Two of you were talking to me at once. What, 6?
Oh, sorry. What?
You said something, 6, you were.
The guy whose icon is next to mine, I don't know if I've been acquainted.
Oh, 18 Putza?
Yeah, pizza. Yeah, how can I help you?
6.
Good to meet you.
6. 18
Oh yeah,
Putza.
nice to meet you, man. Yeah. I wanted to say something about Burnside. I wanted to say at least you're not as late as my father.
I has
21
children.
years, still waiting.
Mountain Man, you were asking me about Costco, if they got them up here?
Yeah, do you have them up there, man?
Yeah, we got Costco's up here.
Costco has got a deal on the GoPro Hero 5 right now.
GoPro, that was the goddamn thing I've been trying to remember for fucking 10 days straight. Son of a bitch.
Like
GoPro.
the GoPro is? Oh.
Yeah, they've got a deal going on them right now where you can get the full kit with like I want to say it's a 16 gig micro SD for like $200.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, fucking
Wish I had
hell.
$200. I'd go grab it.
Yeah, see, I saw it at Costco Monday when I was in there doing my normal shopping.
Do they do layaway?
What was that?
Do they do layaway? Do they have a limit of how many people can purchase X amount per person?
You can purchase a bunch of them per person, but there's no layaway.
Yeah.
God damn.
You have to buy it outright, man. They're a wholesale club.
Yeah.
Fuck. Because if I could shove like 2, 3 of those away, I could probably piece a couple people together to start shelling money at it.
My
Yeah,
favorite,
yeah, I could, man. Shit.
my favorite Costco memory is from the scene in Idiocracy, where the gator says, "Welcome to Costco. I love you."
I really,
Unfortunately, I have to
really,
get going, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for inviting
See you
me.
later.
Later.
Bye,
See you later,
son.
man.
good streaming with you. I really hate being the turd in the punch bowl on this one. You guys know what Costco stands for, right?
Communist of statutory over.
Chinese Overseas Trading Corporation, Cargo Organization.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
do it. They do importing through Kirkland, Washington. I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
yeah, and they also won't let any union workers on Long Island work in their stores. They did it. There was a big thing that we had with them. Yeah, we had a really big thing. They had a whole thing with New York State. I think other than swallowing my pride, because honestly, the union isn't exactly putting coin in my pocket. Yeah, if I had the bread, I'd definitely go there and grab that. Thank you for giving me the heads up that they got the whole kit there for 200.
Yeah, man. Like I get where you're going. They're big box store. They're not exactly the most reasonable companies to deal with, but sometimes. I mean, I buy honey from them because I can get 5 pounds for $10.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not knocking that at all. It's just I'd rather it was the headquarters was located in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, as opposed to low-paying fucking Hunan province.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I do, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride and deal with companies you don't want to in order to get what you need.
Stevie, feel free to toss your PayPal information into the live chat.
Well, my PayPal?
Yes, so that people can donate to you so you can get your GoPro.
Let me see if I actually can still access the damn thing. I haven't used it in like 10 years. I kind of got chased out of the action figure collector circuit when I used to do action figure trading.
How'd that happen?
I kind of got into a bit of a trading deal that went awry on eBay, and I wound up getting blackballed from eBay for about 36 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Were you fucking here?
What the fuck do you keep doing to get blackballed from everything?
This was something different. I tried to corner the market on action figures because I had some money and I was trying to do a coup, and they caught wind of what I was doing and they reported me to eBay.
Ah, fuck. That sucks.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm good like that. Sorry.
So I talked to Inquisitor today because I downloaded Streamlabs last night so that people can donate to me. Burnside and I are talking about sharing a PayPal account. And I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, I can do all this cool shit with it. Well, it lags the fuck out of the laptop. And I mean lags the fuck out of it. So I went and downloaded actual OBS and now I have to go and make my own layout and stuff like that. I'm like, this is going to be a pain in the ass. But it's challenging. Gives me something to do all fucking day.
Nice.
In Burnside, I'm going to have some more video editing for you to do.
Okie dokie.
Because I'm going to make my own widgets. For when I get a new subscriber, my avatar from IMVU waves her hands up and down for yay, and when I get a donation, it does the rocker thing where her hands are up in the air and she headbangs.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and all of it in the cyber toxic green cyberpunk outfit. I'll be doing the recording in a teal room. I don't have a green room. So it'll be easy for you to edit out all the color in the background so that it's
if you can make it a bright blue, that should do the trick.
Yeah, I can make it blue. Blue's easy.
Okay. Yeah.
I have the room has the color option for blue.
All right, cool. Yeah, get get a real bright blue since your cyber got's all in green.
Yeah, let me since I still have it all pulled up, let me pull up my IMV and make sure that it does do a nice bright blue green.
Okay. Yeah, because blue is the keying alternative for green.
6, were you saying you were leaving?
Yeah, I gotta jump out of here. Gotta
All right,
Dude,
sweetie.
get yourself some rest, man. You sound beat.
You do what you got to do, man.
Thank you for coming.
Feel better, 6.
You guys take it easy.
Later, 6.
You're welcome.
Have some good
I
rest,
will
dude.
see you all tomorrow on Prostates.
Yep. See you tomorrow, man.
All
Yep,
right.
we'll see you then, man.
But yeah, Burnside. I actually went and picked up my new CHL here in Oregon. The Washington County Sheriffs actually have a machine in the office. They print out your CHL right then and there, so you don't even have to wait for it anymore.
Burnside, the color options I have is teal, navy, purple, red, rose, and gold.
How red's the rose? That may...
It's actually more of a burgundy color, but it might be brighter because I'm not plugged in. I'm outside having a cigarette. The first one of the the second one of the day.
All right.
I cut down a lot on the smoking.
As long as it's a really bright color, that ought to work. If it's like a bright red, bright blue, even like a bright fucking orange, that ought to do it.
The purple is more of a blue.
The purple's more of a blue?
Yeah.
That may work. It might take a little tweaking on my end, but I shouldn't have any difficulty with that.
Here, I'll do a screen share so you can see it.
All right.
Present myself. Screen share. Here we go. See, here's the room. This is the purple.
Say what now?
This is the purple. I'm presenting myself, so.
You do that on stream? Oh my goodness.
That's a bit dark. Shit.
Only when asked.
Here's the gold. Here's the gold. Here's the rose. Which is actually purple.
If you can knock that up about 2 shades, 3 shades of brightness,
I can't. I can't knock it up. The rose is the purple rose is the brightest that there is. I haven't done navy yet.
Damn it! All of those are really
There's
dark.
the navy. There's the navy.
That may work. It's enough of a contrast from the green, but it's still dark. That might work.
So
I probably still have to do some sticking around on After Effects, but that may do the trick. Oh, geez, cops everywhere today, man. Shit, must have started piling up the fucking bodies or something on the highway.
let me stop.
Well, man,
myself.
I think a lot of it is because there's been a whole lot of over the agreement to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. So the Antifa-tards might be out in force.
Oh boy.
So I have a Missouri man story.
Ooh, Missouri man. We don't get those often.
Oh shit! Despite being in.
Man gets prison for killing uncle, torching body during fight over ATV ruts in driveway.
Okay, not a relative. Please proceed.
I'm waiting for it to pull up. Like I said, I'm outside, so.
Okay. So, as far as I know, I don't have any potentially deeply inbred redneck relatives in Missouri that are ATV obsessed.
And this man is
Top
6 foot
right
tall.
Are you sure you're not inbred? Because no, I'm just kidding.
Oh no! As far as I understand.
Dear God, I hope not. He's the one wanting kids.
Maybe I'll go to 23andMe for that.
Dude has sores on his mouth like he has fucking herpes.
Ugh.
What?
The guy in the article, he's got sores on his mouth. They could be from a fight. He's got bruises and shit too.
Oof.
Oh man. Does he only have 3 teeth left in his head?
He,
Does he look like a ginger?
What's wrong with being a ginger?
he looks like a pedophile. A Missouri man who gunned down his uncle during an argument over AT ruts in a gravel driveway and later burned the victim's body in a field will serve 15 years in prison after making a plea deal with prosecutors. Nicholas Pirelli, 27, was sentenced Monday after pleading guilty to voluntary manslaughter, armed criminal action, and evidence tampering in connection with the February 2017 death of 59-year-old Paul Fisher, according to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Pirelli admitted shooting Fisher on his uncle's farm at in St. Charles County after a physical dispute when Fisher complained that Pirelli dug ruts in his gravel driveway while riding his ATV. Pirelli told the police that Fisher had a hammer during the struggle between them, prompting him to shoot him as Fisher turned toward him.
Oh, man.
Pirelli said he shot Fisher 2 or 3 times to be humane, putting down an animal.
To be humane.
Pirelli then hid Fisher's body between 2 pieces of farm equipment and returned about 12 hours later to retrieve it before using gasoline to set it on fire in a field across from the farm, where Fisher worked as the fifth generation caretaker of the Fisher family farm, according to his obituary.
Wow, what a dick.
He had many friends who would do anything for and was totally devoted to carrying on the family's farming business, according to the obituary. He continued his father's tradition of putting in a large garden with the best sweet corn and 100 tomato plants. Pirelli's attorney, Todd Ryan, said both families don't want to see 2 tragedies occur by seeing Pirelli serve a lengthy prison term.
They'll probably just hang him. That's usually what they do out there whenever you have kinslaying.
Missouri ain't Texas, man. They're less likely to hang them than Texans would be.
No, I don't
Texans,
I mean the family.
I think, according to Ron White, they put in an express lane.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Tennessee's trying to put it in an express lane, too, you know? I mean, they're not the only ones.
I really wish
it'd be nice. I wish Oregon would just actually follow through with one for a change. We've got a guy who's been sitting waiting for like 5 years now.
Wow.
The governor is refusing to. And the people won't not re-elect her.
Texas teacher sentenced for sex with her 15-year-old student while pregnant.
What?
Is it the student's baby or is it her husband's baby? Oh, God, I just got all Jerry Springer on that, didn't I? Bob Dole?
Bob Dole, Bob Dole, Bob Dole, Bob Dole.
Oh, God.
Bob Dole Jr.
Note the New Yorker says nothing. I sit here quietly and I don't chime in. That's why you keep rom-fying. That's what that is. That's God punishing you for making fun of the Southerners.
Texas middle school teacher has been sentenced to prison for having sex with her 15-year-old student, including when she was pregnant. Catherine Harper had a months-long sexual relationship last year with a student she met at Twiddle Middle School in Roanoke, where she'd been an English teacher, cheerleading coach, and tennis coach. Damn, she fucked up her life. Police said when she was arrested in April 2017. At the time of her arrest, she was 8 months pregnant, but it was still unclear whether the teen was the baby's father. Harper, 28, pleaded guilty to 1 count of sexual assault on a child and 1 count of having an improper relationship with a student. On Thursday, she was sentenced to 6 years in prison and 10 years probation. After Harper was arrested, police said she and the student, who she taught at the middle school, exchanged naked photos of each other after using their cell phones, sent provocative text messages back and forth, and eventually had sex. After the initial encounter, police said, which included alcohol, the pair had sex either at his or her home from June 1st of 2016 until July 31st of 2016, citing an arrest warrant affidavit. School officials launched an investigation into the relationship in December 2016 after receiving an anonymous tip. When questioned by school officials, the boy cried and admitted to the sexual relationship. School officials did not immediately respond to a request from people. And that's the end of the story.
Still no word as to whether or not the kid is the father of the second kid.
Correct.
Darn. You know, this is shoddy journalism. I need to know these things.
Dominoes filling potholes in the U.S. cities?
Sounds like they're taking a page out of the anarchist pothole crew in Portland.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah,
they just want to be something useful, man. We should not like the fuck here.
Hey,
Domino's filling potholes to avoid damage to pizza.
Oh, Joey.
At least it's for a good cause, right?
Yeah. Wish we had more like that over here. There's only me and my guy.
Oh, for God's sake. Sorry. Let me mute this.
June 12th, Domino announced it's partnering with U.S. cities to fill potholes and stamp them with the company's logo to avoid letting bad potholes ruin good pizza.
Oh, God. The mayor's going to take
the pizzeria chain based in Ann Arbor announced it's partnering with cities across the country to repair potholes and is seeking recommendations for customers from more cities. Okay, I'll contact the Domino's here in town. Domino's said the paving for pizza campaign is already underway in Athens, Georgia, Bartonville, Texas, Burbank, California, and Milford, Delaware. Potholes, cracks, and bumps in the road can cause irreversible damage to your pizza during the drive home from Domino's, said the pizzeria.
Man. Oh, God. If I could get Domino's to just pay a chunk of hagwish, that'd be fucking perfect.
Photos shared by Domino's show the company's logo stamped on the former potholes, along with the message, "Oh, yes, we did." The company's website calls on customers to nominate their areas to be next to receive pothole assistance.
Nice.
Oh, God. Okay, how do we contact them for this? Do we email? Do we fax? Do we give them roadmaps and shit? What do we do?
Contact the headquarters in Dearborn.
I have whole swaths of my city that I'd love to see them just fucking stand.
We have a Florida squirrel story.
Well, Tara, can Can I get a quick one in here, edgewise,
Go
real
for
quick?
it. Go for it.
So I just got an announcement through Twitter. Breaking news: a judge issued a restraining order blocking the Deerfield, Illinois assault weapons ban.
Yay!
So the assault weapons ban that was passed by Deerfield, Illinois, will be held in abstention because of a judge's ruling until it can be determined whether or not it's constitutional.
Okay, what about the one in Chicago where they're doing the thing with the judges? Is that one holding contempt too?
No, this is just the one in Deerfield. But this gives them grounds to challenge the one in Chicago.
Oh, perfect. Oh, good. I gotta wait to see where this one goes because. Okay, I'm gonna get. Yes. Oh yes, I'm gonna get back.
So, great news for those people in Illinois. You might be able to get your assault weapons back sooner than you thought, because it looks like the whole law is going to get overturned.
Sweet. Awesome. This didn't even take a fucking year to go into effect. All right, cool.
All right, Florida squirrel story. Shoplifting squirrel steals candy from Disney World store. A visitor to Walt Disney World. Am I still here? All right. Eve, can you still hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Everyone went silent, so it's like, what the fuck? A visitor to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom in Florida captured a video of a sneaky squirrel stealing some M&Ms from a store. Jessica Dornfield and posted to Facebook by friend Brianna Bradshaw shows the cute little shoplifter grabbing a pack of peanut M&Ms off a rack at a store in the Magic Kingdom.
So even the squirrels in Florida are felons.
Apparently. A worker swats at the squirrel in an attempt to stop the theft, but the sweet-toothed rodent dashes out of the store and into the amusement park with its ill-gotten gains. The incident wasn't the first unusual squirrel stunt at the amusement park. A squirrel was caught on camera in February climbing on a Disney performer dressed as Princess Murda from Brave as she continued to sign autographs. Oh, Lord.
Man.
And of course, I'm getting these from She Hates Me, Bernier.
She doesn't hate you, Tara. It just so happens that she's our Florida correspondent, and so many crazy things happen in Florida.
Uber applies for patent to spot drunks. And this is from BBC News.
Not a surprise. I know several Uber drivers who refuse to pick up drunk people.
Well, that's because unlike a taxi, the company doesn't pay for the car to get cleaned out when it gets puked in.
Agreed.
Fucking hobos. Swear to God, they're driving me nuts.
What, you got a hobo in your neighborhood now?
I've had them for years. They're like part of the local fauna.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't mind them. You know, as long as, you know, like they're just like the ones that make shitty decisions, you know, there's nothing wrong with them mentally. You know, I don't mind them wandering around, but no, he just hates homeless people. So yeah, I don't know what it is about them, but they drive him nuts. He hears them like wandering around out, you know, like in the street, and he just goes completely ballistic. I don't know. Patches just has a thing against sterno bums.
He's telling them to move along, man. He's telling them to move along. That's his spot.
Well, that's the thing. You hear him jump up. He was resting at my feet before, and he just leapt in the air, and he wanted to go outside. I had to keep the microphone off until I guess they I don't know what the hell they do. They just stand there for a few minutes and they saunter off. It's like watching Night of the Living Dead in half speed. You know?
Yep. I know what you're talking about, man. Portland's got plenty of them.
Yeah.
They removed the law where they're now allowed to camp on the green spaces next to the highways and the roads and shit.
What?
And so now when I'm fucking driving through town, I pass these little Obama-nations, these little Obamavilles, where you've got like 8 or 9 homeless people camping in the green space between the lanes and shit. And it's just, it's freaking ridiculous, man.
You know, you couldn't have that here because, I hate saying it, they'd get rolled and then they'd get set on fire.
They're the ones doing the rolling and setting the others on fire. That's part of the problem.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Patches, why are you growling? Who's out there, pal? Come on. Behave. Sorry.
Yeah. Chaos Eve, if you don't believe me, I'll try to take some snaps with my cell phone the next time I'm out driving for Lyft and Uber, and I'll bring them with me and post them.
I don't believe you.
You
No,
don't
I'm just
believe
kidding.
me?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I believe you. I just like the phrase abominations.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Well, they changed the law during President Obama's term, and Oregon had a shitty recovery after that collapse, and it just drug out and drug out and drug out, and it's still dragging out. Mostly because of a lot of the state politics as well, because they keep raising the taxes every time we start to get a little bit of growth.
Sounds about right. Yay for the Democratic Party.
Yeah, in fact, we've got a petition circulating right now to make it illegal to tax food because Governor Brown is pushing hard for a sales tax. And so we figure the first thing that's going to get sales taxed is going to be food.
Unbelievable. It's like they don't even want to let you eat.
They don't, man. Unless you're on food stamps, and in which case they want you to be able to go to the organic farmers markets and buy whatever you want.
God, I despise these people. It's like they take everything that I was for and they use it. And you know what I feel like? You remember that episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns goes broke?
Yeah.
And Lisa starts trying to reform him and turn him into an environmentalist.
Yeah.
And so, like, at the end of the episode, she's like, no, you're still evil. Even when you're trying to do good, you're still evil. And to me, I feel like Lisa Simpson because, you know, I've been an environmentalist for years, and I have to avoid environmentalists now because they're all crazy. And this is just another thing now that I have to avoid because they're fucking crazy.
Agreed.
They just ruin everything.
Dude, the state of Oregon celebrated when our food stamp level hit $700 million in food stamps.
Why would you celebrate that?
They thought it was great, all the income coming into Oregon from food stamps. Seriously, they consider it income. They're that brain damaged out here.
You know, if it takes a certain amount of water and a certain amount of soil and a certain amount of sun and a certain amount of work and a certain amount of time to grow a certain amount of crop, they're not getting free shit off of a plant because it took all of that combination of different commodities to yield you that vegetable or fruit. These fucking dingbats are like, it's a magical thing that comes out of the ground. So they're using that same mentality with the food stamps. Oh, it's income.
Yep.
Fucking, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's nothing against anyone on this stream, but the past couple of weeks, I've had to start taking like aspirin or ibuprofen or Tylenol sometimes oh my God, the stupidity that we wade through every night on this fucking stream.
Dude, it hurts. It hurts. It does. I'm thinking about going and getting SSRIs just to keep me from going crazy.
Oh, what are these?
I don't think I need one, but you know, I start wading through the news and it's just crazy shit left and right, and I'm like, what are you doing?
You know, it's funny. I have no problem saying this. You know, anyone who listens to me when I tell them this, they're like, yeah, I could actually see that. I used to go and I used to see a therapist. You know, I thought I was suffering from PTSD, but because it didn't fit their narrative, they refused to diagnose me with it. So I had basically my therapist cut me loose because the president got elected, and I didn't have anything that I was upset about anymore. When I would go in there and talk to this guy, I'm like, no, I'm happy. He's doing this, he's doing that. This is all the shit I wanted when I voted for him. No, I'm actually feeling pretty good. No, I don't want no pills from you. Fuck off. Nah. No, I don't need no group. What the fuck do I want to do a group for? And they're like, you know, we don't really look. There's no point in you coming here anymore if there's nothing we could do for you. I said, yeah. I said, who would have thought that it was, you know, you and your party? You guys ruining the country. That's the reason I was coming here. Now that the country's starting to turn around, I don't need to come here.
Uh-huh. But they're all wandering around screaming, "Re!"
Oh my God! I know. I swear. I think I knew at least 4 people in that video that they showed.
See, I didn't start going to therapy until after Trump got elected, but it had nothing to do with him being elected. So.
What'd you start going for then, if you don't mind us asking?
It is because he was elected.
Oh,
don't project.
You probably be one of the few people here who doesn't know. Because I have gender dysphoria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot I haven't streamed with you.
Yeah. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad that you're getting some help with that.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually had some very intense discussions with several teenagers who keep trying to convince me that I should help them get on hormone therapy, and I keep refusing to.
Yeah.
Because I want them to actually go get help and not just stick them on medication.
See, even my therapist is like, well, if you wanted hormones right now, I would say you're clear to get them. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Well, see, part of my thing is we don't cut people's hands off for alien hand syndrome. I would like to see them try to work through this, because a lot of people, it can be worked through. Not everybody, but a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you're a teenager.
And
Real
I think
quick, I want to thank whoever sent me the $75 on PayPal. Thank you so much.
Whoa.
Whoa, nice contribution.
Yeah.
Show 'em your tits here.
Thank you. Don't tempt her; she just might.
No, I don't want to get banned.
Oh yeah.
So that $75 is going to go towards the sewing machine that I desperately need. And it is this one. And I know I hit screen share.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, wow, Outlaw, I just noticed that you hopped in. You've been quiet as hell.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I've been
So
in here
this
for
is
like
the sewing
5
machine
minutes or so now.
Oh, cool.
That I
Yeah.
want, that I need, because it's good for what I'm going to be doing, which is, you know, I have his wedding dress to make. People are constantly asking me to do alterations, to teach them to sew. So getting this heavy duty sewing machine would really help. Now, if you guys just want to go ahead and buy it off of joannes.com and have it sent to my store, hit me up on Twitter, Discord, what the fuck ever. You know, just let me know. And thank you again for the $75.
Yes, and also, if you guys can provide her the money for materials, Terra will make you a custom strap-on.
Of course.
I don't need one. I'm equipped without one. So.
Yeah.
Appreciate the thought, though.
No, I won't
No
make a
problem.
custom strap on, but if they buy the materials, I'll make whatever the fuck they want.
Cool. Oh, good. Awesome. I definitely
all I
have
do
to get...
is I do charge labor, and that's $8 an hour labor.
Awesome.
Not bad.
I have a
Yeah.
whole... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I have a whole plethora of ideas. Then I was gonna bombard you with.
Once she gets it, man. Once she gets it, give her a bit first.
True.
But yeah, Chaos Eve. I can understand going through it. I mean, like I was saying before, we don't immediately go to irreparable surgery for people who have all sorts of issues. I feel that there's far too many people skirting what they really need, which is really talking with someone, trying to work through the issues first before they try altering themselves permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that famous saying of nowadays, case by case. That's the way it's got to be handled. Everything's got to be handled case by case.
Yeah, it's like my friend Fat Platypus, some of you know, from over on the Minions.
Yeah.
You know, she's also trans, and her mom works with this trans boy he's very young, like 19 or 20, who's dealing with a lot of this stuff. And we just found out that he went to a therapist, and it's like, oh, good, you're seeing someone. And then about a week later, found out he's got a prescription for hormones already. And we're like, hang on, wait a second.
Slow it down.
Exactly.
Try to talk through it first. Yeah, no, completely legit.
Because one, he has other issues going on in his life that need to be addressed. And he seems to think that transition is going to be his cure-all. And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that.
It really doesn't. And that's something I've been trying to get through these young ladies' heads, is that the transition is... There's certain things they can do to sort of reverse it, but it really isn't 100% truly reversible if you do change your mind. And so jumping to this conclusion before you even know what you want in life is a really bad idea. And so you need to take it a step at a time and make sure when you make that decision that it's the right decision and not just something that you think will be good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's what it truly takes to help them, I don't mind. I'm more than willing to help them, but I'm not going to help them make a mistake either.
Exactly.
What the heck do I know? I'm just some crazy ass 1776er who streams. Ignore me. I'll sit over here in the corner.
Okay, so you guys ready for the Uber story?
Oh yeah, let's hear this Uber story.
Lay it on us.
The taxi app company Uber has applied for a patent to use artificial intelligence to determine how drunk potential passengers might be. The app used to summon rides could also feed other information to the driver, including a passenger's location, how accurately they are typing, and even the angle they are holding their phone at. It could help drivers who do not want to pick up inebriated riders. But critics said it could also be used to identify vulnerable passengers. According to the application to the U.S. Patent Office, the system would spot uncharacteristic user activity. Uber does not have the best track record when it comes to collecting data. In 2014, it was revealed that the company used a software program known as GodView to monitor real-time locations of customers and drivers.
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
That coupled... Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's actually more important than you think, Chaos. I drive for Lyft, and I'm going to start driving for Uber here shortly, and it basically protects the driver in that they know where you are at all times through your application.
Well, I meant the name GodView sounds kind of creepy.
Yeah, the name sounds really creepy, but it's actually really beneficial. It also means that they can tell if the passenger has been dropped off or not, because if the passenger and the driver separate, they know that they've parted.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gives the passenger some protection too, because, you know, we had that guy in San Francisco that drove his fare out into the middle of nowhere and raped and killed her. And that's happened more than once. It's not happened as many times as it has with taxi cabs yet, but the whole point of the software is to kind of provide some monitoring of that.
Right.
That coupled with a data breach that exposed personal data about more than 100,000 Uber drivers made the company introduce tough measures to protect the privacy of drivers and customers. Uber's co-founder, Travis Kalanick, resigned in June 2017 over allegations of sexual harassment that hit at the scandal-hit company. CNN reported that more than 100 Uber drivers in the U.S. have been accused of sexual assaulting or abusing passengers in the past 4 years, with 31 drivers convicted of crimes including false imprisonment and rape. Critics expressed concern that the app could predict user behavior could be used by drivers wishing to prey on vulnerable passengers. In a statement, Uber said, "We are always exploring ways that our technology can help improve the Uber experience for riders and drivers. We file patent applications on many ideas, not all of them actually become product features." So,
So they're
I know what
putting
to
more
think about.
safety software in the cars, is what you're saying. Long story short.
More like on the phones of the people. When you download the Uber app, it comes with all this stuff automatically on it.
I'm all for it, actually.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it either. I mean, especially as a driver, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Jogger caught on video destroying homeless man's encampment.
Yeah, I seen this.
Where's that at?
California.
California.
It said jogger. I was looking at it though. The guy looks like he's a working class guy, like just wearing a bandana, no shirt. And from what I seen, I guess the homeless guy and him got into an argument, and he hucked his shit into the water.
Not a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. No offense, outlaw. I know you're in California there, but it really has become California, in my opinion.
I actually have my Twitter profile. If you look where it says where I live, I have it as California, not California.
Hashtag California.
You know, it's funny. I heard apparently George Soros the other day said they're having trouble making inroads into California, and it's like, really? Because if you guys are having inroads, you're having trouble making inroads, you guys, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, well the thing is California has finally started waking up. There are cities there that are pushing back against the state sanctuary city laws. There are cities demanding ICE come in and help them with their illegal alien problems. All sorts of stuff's going on right now. And the Democrats outspent the Republicans 20-1 on the primaries, and they've got Republicans in almost every race.
Nice.
Which is really weird in a top 2 primary state where you can end up with 2 Democrats on the ballot.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty how they did that with our state. And that, if I recall, that was only implemented in the last few years. And I found that as complete shit thing to do, because that gets rid of the representation for the people in California. That gets rid of the capability of having more representation.
Oh yeah,
that screws us over. It just gives more power to the Democrat establishment.
Well, I was just telling them the other day, like I think it was yesterday, I mentioned the story. That idiot Sean King is pushing for New York State to get rid of bail, where if you get arrested, once you stand in front of the judge, they just cut you loose until you got to go back to court. They can't detain you. That's what they're trying to push for. And the other thing that they signed into law already is if you murdered people and for whatever reason you get out on parole, you can vote. Doesn't matter. You're still on parole for, like, let's say the next 7 years or whatever. Don't matter. They'll let you vote.
Yeah. See, I don't agree with that. I'm okay once you're off parole, with there being a way to get your rights back. But while you're on parole, No.
Yeah. That's why the hell am I gonna let you? You know, you're gonna be sitting there in a fucking concrete 6x6. Why am I gonna sit there and let you weigh in on shit? No, go serve your term. Then we can talk about you voting.
A jogger in California was caught on video demolishing a homeless person's encampment while bystanders begged him repeatedly to stop. "I'm picking up trash. What do you want me to do?" claimed the unidentified jogger, who was sporting a large headphones, gym shorts, a backwards baseball cap, and no shirt. "It's disgusting," the man seethed after allegedly tossing some items into a nearby lake. "It smells like piss." Oakland residents Kenzie Smith and JJ Harris both recorded videos on Friday demolition and posted them to Facebook later that night, according to FS Gate. One of the clips landed on a local group page and sparked outrage over the weekend, with many comparing the ordeal to last month's Barbecue Becky incident, which happened at the exact same lake Oakland police are reportedly investigating. "It was a dick move," one person wrote. "Such a cruel thing to do," said another. In the video, Harris and Smith can be seen talking to the jogger as he picks through the homeless person's belongings and starts throwing them into a trash bin, while the man allegedly tossed some of the items into a nearby Lake Marriott. He wasn't actually caught on camera doing so. "This guy's been living here for years," one bystander says, in reference to the homeless person who has been identified only as Drew. "You can't be this fucking kind of shit to people, man." To which the jogger replies, "I'm putting trash in the trash can." "That's not trash. That's someone's home," says another. The jogger at one point tries to claim that Drew's belongings landed in the lake by accident. "No, it was not. I saw you drag it and throw it in," a woman can be heard saying on camera. "He just picked up all this guy's stuff and started throwing it in the lake," said another bystander says. Smith and Harris have not spoken out about the incident, which happened not far from the BBQ Becky confrontation, in which a white woman was caught on video accosting a black guy for barbecuing near the lake. "I was completely taken aback," Harris told The Guardian. "This is a homeless man's stuff, a guy who is always peaceful, never causing trouble, always giving you a smile. That the jogger would do this to another human being. The lack of compassion is astonishing."
Or maybe it was just the guy smelled like piss and bothered him. No one knows what happened before he got there. I'm not for this guy throwing the shit in the water, but you know, you don't know the whole story.
Smith added, "With me and my situation, I vowed to City Hall that I would not have another Barbecue Becky. When Harris's video broke, I was outside the lake. I found Drew and I talked to him, gave him food, water, went back out that night to make sure no one messed with him again." The community reportedly has rallied behind Drew and donated clothes, food, and other items to help him get back on his feet following the destruction of his encampment. Residents have also started a GoFundMe and has already managed to raise over $4,000. This happened in
did this guy throw in the lake?
No clue. This happened in the community, and it was the community who responded so quickly, Smith told The Guardian. "It shows, Drew, that people do care."
You know, if the community had really cared so much, he wouldn't have been sitting there homeless for years. The community would have gotten him off the street.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the things that crazes me about, like, here in Portland. They treat this homeless situation like it's some sort of specialty community. And realistically, we shouldn't have these people living on the streets. They really shouldn't be. Even if they've got mental issues, even if they've got addiction issues, even if they're running away from something, it doesn't really matter. They shouldn't be living on the streets. Not in the wealthiest country that this world has ever created.
I agree.
Well, see, here in Florida, you know, we have a huge little town. It's called Tent City for a reason. And we have like abandoned hotels and stuff like that that haven't been torn down or anything like that. And, you know, I'm like, you know, I wish I knew exactly, because our city hall doesn't exactly post very often as to when they're doing their town meetings. They just do them. You have to kind of know when to be there. And, you know, because, you know, give these people the job of renovating these hotels, turn them into, you know, homeless things, you know, give them jobs renovating it. A lot of them know how to do construction. All the women, you know, they have been housekeepers and stuff like that. They could keep, you know, work there to get their room and housekeep and stuff like that. I don't see why in places with so many, you know, abandoned buildings, and this goes for the other places I've been, Georgia, Oklahoma, stuff like that, why there should be so many homeless.
Gee, Terry, you're starting to sound like a conservative.
This is just how I've always felt, and I especially started feeling this way after I've been homeless.
You know, Tara, I've helped a lot of people get off the streets. I actually work with a couple of groups out here, including one called Outside In, that helps get people under the age of 21 off the streets. And I can't understand the issues that we have with getting these people off the streets. It's almost more like it's a selling point that many of the leftist progressives use to kind of bludgeon people into raising taxes, because they keep trying to do that out here. And I've seen it in other cities as well, where they try to do that. Oh, we need more money for the homeless. It's not, let's get more charity drives going. It's not, let's see if we can actually fix the source cause of this. It's, let's hand them more socks and leave them on the street.
Yeah.
Left hand.
Baby, we can barely hear you.
You're in the well, buddy.
Well, he's trying to get himself out of the well. Outlaw, you had a thought you were going to say, and then you stopped?
Oh, I was just going to say, well, we also in California have a major homeless problem with the fact that we have 24% of the nation's homeless population in California.
Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They run up and down the I-5 corridor. They don't just stay in California, man.
Yeah, but it's a really big problem in California, because homeless people have been moving here from other states, and it's just becoming worse and worse because of not only our government, but also certain homeless advocate agencies who do stuff that is not helping the homeless at all. It's just making them congregate, and where it becomes drug infested and disease infested areas where the homeless go into.
Yeah,
so
towards opportunity.
Yes.
Have you heard of Right to Dream, Right to Dream 2, and Right to Be camps?
I do not think I've heard those names.
Those are 3 semi-permanent tent cities in Portland. All of them housed inside warehouses, paid for by the city's taxpayers.
You know why they do that, don't you?
Well, I know the reason they told us they were doing them each, but realistically, I don't believe them at this point anymore.
Well, I'm excuse me. I'm saying you know the reason that they actually do that, though, correct?
The tent cities, or put them inside the warehouses?
Well, both.
Well, they did it to get them out of the public area and into an isolated area so that it wasn't spreading. That's what they told us anyway.
Well, I mean, all it is they're importing their voter block and they're moving them around.
Yeah.
Well, it's easier to euthanize all the homeless at once if they're in an enclosed space. So.
Yep, that's why for a while they.
I'm kidding.
Being exported to Oh no, they're actually Eve. They're
Dude, Romfi.
Romfi, honey.
Oh, god damn it.
There you go. You cleared up.
Yeah. You know, Eve, I don't think that they got them put in the warehouse to, like, whack them. I think what they're doing is they're putting them in there so that they start to get more intimate and they start breeding. That way, you know, they reproduce. They reproduce, and you get more Democrat voters.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Actually, that's a huge problem. Here in Portland, the homeless communities have a huge issue with TB, syphilis, and gonorrhea.
Which is why, again, you put them in the warehouse.
Here. Same here in California.
Yep. Rational, I keep telling you, they're going down and up the I-5. They go all the way up to Seattle and come all the way back down to South California. I see them migrating, man, in herds.
I don't think you're going to see any George Romero shit going on, but you're going to have some sort of an outbreak in the next 10 years if this shit keeps up. Only a matter of time.
Especially if they keep huffing them bath salts, right?
Yeah. That shit's no joke. It killed, in my neighborhood, we got a bad batch of that shit when it first started to come in about 12 years ago now. And I lost about 18 friends in about a little bit less than 6 months. Yeah. They all overdosed on that shit. And you know, the problem with it is not even the drugs that they're going to be doing in these homeless communities. Because if you're handing them all this shit and all they have to do is sit around on their ass all day, well, what's one of the things that you're going to do to kill that time? You don't have any ambition. Yeah. That's not even the worst of it, though. Like I said, they put them all in the warehouse. The reason is, when there's an outbreak, they chain the doors. That's exactly what that is.
Oof.
Yeah. Not to euthanize them. They want them to reproduce. And the beauty of it is, if they get sick, unfortunately, I hate saying this because the president just signed in the right to try, you know, in case you... Yeah. Well, you got all these people in liberal California. Oh, well, you guys are all sick. You want to try this new thing? I mean, you're homeless. What do you got to lose? The state will sign something in. We'll expand on the right to try so that we can, you know, homeless people can get it too. They don't have to be terminal. And next thing you know, now they're trying out all these fucking wild new drugs on homeless people and it's legal. That's what's going to go on in those warehouses.
I hate to tell you, Scooby,
why can't they instead do that on the, you know, prisons and prisons?
I was going to say, Scoob, Terra, they're already testing on the homeless out here. The biofarm companies, they ask for volunteers, and you know they pay for their time and they pay for their medical and yeah.
Well,
you know, sorry.
I was just going to say, as delightful as it has been at talking about breeding homeless people together, I do have to bounce, guys. So.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, Eve.
Thank you for inviting me. I had fun.
Have a nice night, Eve. I look forward to working with you again sometime soon.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Tara, there.
Wait, what? You guys were talking at once.
I said I always love streaming with her.
I was going to say, yeah, they've been experimenting on the homeless up here for a while.
That's some bullshit.
And plasma. Plasma's big. We've got like 12 plasma centers in Portland.
We've got 3 in town.
Which is another way that they experiment on the homeless people. They take their plasma and then use them to spin up serum sets.
Wait, what are they doing with the blood plasma?
They take the plasma, they spin it out, and they run serum set profiles to test drugs.
And you'd need a phlebotomist to do all this, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
The phlebotomists from City College here in town, a lot of them do their externships at the plasma centers.
Yeah, yeah. They usually use college students. Yeah.
Huh, what an ironic twist.
I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. I thought I was some sort of crazy conspiracist when I started looking at this stuff, and I realized it.
No, I've known this for a couple of years. I've
So have
learned
I.
this from from school that we've talked about this.
I've known about this when it came to the plasma centers.
Well, guys, you got to realize I first came to the determination on this stuff like back in the 90s. When I was watching the homeless populations under Slick Willie and his, intern diddlingness. And, I thought I was a little crazy, but I kept watching it and it just kept happening. And I've heard more and more about it from other people. And I thought at this point it was like common knowledge all across the country.
No. But
Okay,
I knew
have
about
I
it because you are a lot better.
Oh. Okay, I guess
It's-
the secret to dodging Rahm Emanuel has got to be putting things in the refrigerator. 'Cause I swear to God, it's the only thing that works. I literally plug this thing, I reset it. I plug it into the wall. I put it in the refrigerator. I wait a few minutes. I take it back out. I unplug it. It works just fine. I have no idea what the fuck it is. I guess freezers must be this guy's fucking weakness or some shit.
I don't know how. You're up in fucking Chicago. It's almost freezing year round.
I know, right? Who the fuck could think? Maybe that's why the guy doesn't.
And me, the fucking Florida lizard, wants to move up there.
Don't do it. Don't do it. First bad winter, you'll be freezing and yelling, I got to get my ass back to Florida.
No, I'll be looking at Burnside saying, I'm putting a giant barrel in the bedroom and tossing in some wood. Fuck off.
Oh.
But no, seriously, I will have a fucking heater. I don't give a fuck how hot you are. I didn't give a fuck with my ex-husband. If it's fucking cold, I'm turning on my goddamn heater.
That's fine. I'll probably just sleep in a freezer.
No, you'll be sleeping next to me.
Oh, Lord. Why do I get the feeling this is going to be like a weird version of I Love Lucy? You're going to have half a bed with the heater. I'm going to have half a bed with fucking icebox sitting there. Oh,
well, that depends. Are you a human heater?
I don't know.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
It's more like, Tara, what'd you do this time?
Oh, Lord. Oh, I did want to finish trying to say the thing I said last time while the mayor was trying to censor the shit out of me.
Go ahead.
Try again, man.
All right, there was a few years ago, when they were first putting up all these FEMA camps and shit like that. There were a handful of rumors circulating through Anonymous that there was actually one used in California specifically for the homeless. Like, it's not that they were like genociding them or anything, but it was basically like their impromptu hobo shelter because they had like 400 of them or something like that. So they're like having like this whole FEMA bus service type thing for like this small city where they had them contained in. And it's basically, they had like a concentration camp set up to be like a hobo home, more or less.
That's not a surprise. They did that in Florida for the Katrina people. They did that in Texas too.
Interesting. What an eerie solution.
Yeah, see, that's one of the reasons I refuse to step foot in a FEMA camp, even in a natural disaster. Also, part of the reason I refuse is because they take your guns.
So that explains why they didn't have any trouble with the homeless. Yeah,
Yeah,
they literally had like this whole prison system type thing where it's like, okay, you know, here's your ID, Mr. Homeless Guy. You're going to be staying over in this room over here, in this cot over here. And if you want to go out to any place, you got to go to this office here, fill out paperwork, get a pass, and then we bus you to somewhere. And then you got to be back on time, Mr. Hobo, or else the cops come and pick you up and take you back to the camp.
Yep. And
Wow,
see,
so
I
there have been some
refuse.
truth to that.
Yeah, man, I've seen a lot about that that kind of stuff, and I just every time I see more about it, it just people selling their rights for comfort.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it, dude.
I swear.
Yeah, after I was homeless for a while, that's when I became the way I am.
I'm sorry, that sucks.
It does.
I was homeless by choice. Mostly, it was either become homeless or deal with my insane grandmother. And I preferred to be homeless than deal with my insane grandmother. That was when she was still on so many meds that she ended up with early onset dementia.
Oh,
that's crazy
man.
Shit, man.
I'm sorry.
But I learned a lot being homeless. I learned why some of them are the way they are. Some of them, they just prefer it. I got a friend that's coming out of prison for arson in 2 years. And, you know, he's going to automatically go right back to being homeless because that's all he knows.
And I get that, Tara, I do, but we've got to fix that. We can't just keep that going on. There's ways to get them back into society.
I've seen him try and live in a house and everything, and he can't do it. He physically, it fucks with him. It's like when a soldier comes back home and they can't adjust to civilian life.
Yeah, but see, there are ways to rehabilitate that. It just takes time and effort. And I mean, it might be that the guy has to live in like a tiny home where basically all he does is sleep in the thing.
Well,
and then he spends the rest of the time
what I've told him he needs to do is find a friend that has a big fucking backyard or has a piece of land and just go live on it in a tent.
And that would work as well. But like I always get that, you know, like a tiny home where he actually has like a real indoor toilet that he can use and like a bed and maybe a couple of drawers that he can lock something in. And then he spends the rest of the time outside because those tiny homes are tiny. I mean, you know, they're smaller than a 6x9 in a lot of cases. It might actually allow him to slowly start, you know, equalizing out and then eventually be able to move into something bigger.
With this guy, I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to die homeless just like his dad.
It's worth a shot. I mean,
it's worth a shot, but I don't think I'm going to be here when he gets out.
Well,
I mean, I have the address, his DOC number, everything like that to write to him. I just haven't because I really have nothing to say.
Yeah.
You know, I'm out free and he's in there on a bullshit charge. You know, Smokey's a lot of fucking things, but an arsonist he is not. You know, he always told me that if I ever got in trouble with the law, no matter what the evidence said, blame him. He'd rather do the time than me. I was staying in his camp at one time, and he calls me his camp wife because, you know, I cook. He usually gives me a beer, and I can't drink that nasty ass shit because it's that nasty fucking Steel Reserve.
Oh, man.
I give it to him, and, you know, we get along great. It's almost like we're brother and sister, or husband and wife type deal. but he won't live in a house. He's tried, and it fucks with him so hard. He feels like he's being locked away in prison when he's in a house. He can't do it. I mean, I feel bad for him that he's in prison for a bullshit charge, but I also know for a fact that the guy that actually caused the fire ended up in the prison's ICU unit. Because I got a phone call because I knew the guy, and I got a phone call for me to like come and put money in his commissary, and I was like, fuck you. No, you're the one that put Smokey in prison. Go to hell. Everyone's gone quiet.
I'm listening to you talk. Sorry.
Yeah, we were listening to you, and I mean, I'm gonna let you finish. You know, it's
well,
rude to
that's
interrupt.
it. You know, I mean, I miss my buddy Smokey, but I don't miss the trouble that happened when he was around.
Well,
I know Scoobie's got some friends like that.
Oh, tons of them. Seriously.
And Tara, I get where you're going with that, and I understand that there are some of them that are just, you know, absolutely are going to refuse to not be homeless. But there's a lot of them out there that just, realistically, we just need to fix the situation, and we need to do it in such a way that we're not making the situation worse. We need to actually get them back on their feet and not just give them handouts.
Mm-hmm.
Because the handout just doesn't work.
And Scooby, I gotta know, from me, you know, saying, you know, turn these abandoned hotels and shit into homeless shelters and stuff, how is that sounding conservative? That, to me, that sounds pretty fucking liberal and progressive.
No, the liberals would want to turn it into a garden.
Hun,
no, we got plenty of land in fucking Florida for that. Fuck that.
Tara, hun, I was petitioning the Portland city government to go ahead and use the never opened Wapato jail as a homeless shelter because they weren't ever going to open it as a jail, and it had never actually had the cells put in it yet. So they could have literally set up rooms and put in cots and turned it into a homeless facility. And they kept shooting us down because a building that was built as a jail isn't an appropriate building to repurpose into a homeless shelter.
So my brother just sent me a story about his mother, my stepmother. It goes, so I was riding with mom when she hit a squirrel. She tried to avoid it, but the rodent ran in her path. I noticed the car was slowing down. I yelled, "No, we're not taking it!" She said she wanted to make sure it was dead. We confirmed the kill and moved on. Later, she said, "Whoosh, son, we can't take it with us?"
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my God. What the fuck is she, one of the Beverly Hillbillies? Oh, fucking Doug. This is the same woman that wanted to, like, eat the meat of a, like, 3-day-old dead coyote and skin it and do something with the fur.
You know, I'm okay with fresh.
Sorry.
Hey, that's my stepmother. That is not me.
You know, I'm okay with fresh killed, but more than an hour or so, no.
Not only that, she ran it over with the car. Most likely, the bladder has already infected the meat.
Yep. Especially on a squirrel.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my stepmother is one sick bitch. And not in a good way. There's reasons why I say I hate my stepmother. This is one of them. I was explaining to my uncle the other day one of the reasons why I hate my stepmother is because when I was living in Tennessee, in Murfreesboro, with my brother, sister, my daddy, and my stepmother, is because when she would cook, you know, a real good meal, she'd only cook it for my daddy and herself and feed my brother and sister like rice with sugar or crackers and peanut butter.
That's horrible.
And so my mom sent me some money, and I went to the grocery store and I bought stuff to make pork chops, mashed potatoes, home fries, all this stuff. And I'm cooking a big ass meal. And, you know, I made enough for me, my daddy, my brother, and my sister. And my stepmother's like, gosh, it smells good in here. I can't wait to try some. I looked at her. I said, bitch, you ain't eating shit. You can have some rice with sugar or some crackers with peanut butter on them, but you're not touching my fucking food.
Oh, man.
So, you know, when, you know, whenever I cooked, she didn't eat a damn thing I cooked. Now, my daddy would be like, you know, he'd give her half of his plate so that she did have some of it, but I didn't feed the bitch. There was no way in hell. I would go to Burger King in the morning before my brother and sister would wake up. And I'd go and get, you know, the pancake breakfast with, you know, hash browns, biscuits, that sort of stuff. And I'd come back and I'd have one for me, one for my brother, and one for my sister, because my daddy didn't wake up as early as we did. And his breakfast consisted of coffee.
Yeah.
And so, you know, my stepmother's like, oh, do you have one for me? Fuck no. I was like, I watched you eat pancakes this morning. You already had some. Fuck off. So, you know, my brother and sister would eat all that, and then she started getting her inheritance check, and she would go out to dinner by herself and spend pretty much all that check. And so one night, I went off on her, and I looked at my daddy and I was like, if you don't start making her spend that fucking money on my brother and sister, I will take them and I will go back to fucking Florida and you will never see them again. My daddy looks at her and goes, from now on, your checks come to me. And she was raised Victorian, so whatever her husband said, she did. That's why my daddy's dead now, is because he, you know, when he was having a stroke, he told her not to call an ambulance.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
So that's why I'm so protective of my brother and my sister. And, you know, if, you know, when my brother's already said that when my stepmother dies, he's not telling me where the funeral is or anything like that, because he doesn't want me showing up. Even, you know, I was like, I'll wait till everyone leaves and then I'll piss and shit on her grave.
Yeah, you know, I've been in the situation myself where I regularly go past the graves of people I hate, and it's tempting. It really is tempting. And, you know, it's tempting to go to the funerals. And, you know, we got a saying around here. You know, you show up at somebody's funeral in a red suit, or in a lady's case, a red dress. It's a real sign of disrespect.
Yeah.
And there are people, I mean, my sister's husband tried to kill me on 3 separate occasions. I acted as his pallbearer for my sister. You know?
Yeah.
That's how you do it. I didn't wear a red suit to that son of a bitch's funeral, you know? It's just, it's one of those things where it wasn't for them. I didn't do that for me. You know what I'm saying? If I would have wore that red suit, I would have paid for that. And I'm just saying, Terra, you don't want to do that sort of a sin against yourself. You know, it's not a mark you want on your soul.
Well, my brother says you might fuck Burnside on it.
My what?
I might fuck Burnside on his mother's grave. No. I want that to be fun, not no. No.
Hey, Terry, you said you'll make something for somebody if they can get you you'll make stuff on request, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Burnside, are you there?
No. He's
Okay,
not
good. Oh, good. Now, Tara, listen. You know his measure? Do you know his measurements?
Actually, yes, I do.
All right, now check this out. Do you remember A Christmas Story?
No, I am not making him a fucking bunny outfit.
No. A gator outfit. Yeah, seriously, make him a gator outfit. Come on, it'll be worth it.
I'm back. Had to put the phone in the
Speak
fridge
of the
again.
devil.
And up he pops. Burnside, you just missed it. Tara and I were talking. When we all get no. This is a good thing. You'll like this. When we get the chance this week, we all have to sit down before we start the stream a little bit early so I can take notes so I can get all this shit running because I have no idea what I'm doing. But part of the thing is with the PayPal and Patreon and the other shit when I can get it running and I can get the links and throw them in here. I'm gonna start asking chat. We just went over a project that I'm gonna fund for Terra to do for more. So she's gonna do this thing for more, and we're gonna do it through PayPal and Patreon. So it's good. We're good. It's gonna be good, man.
Burnside, you might actually want to read the YouTube chat to see what the fuck we're talking about.
So, guys, while y'all are torturing poor Burnside there, I wanted to read this headline here for you.
Sure.
This is from the Voice of Europe. Illegal migrant rapes mentally disabled teen for days, attempting to impregnate her.
What
is his name? What was it? Jean-Francois?
No, this is Kareem Rape Bar.
Wait, the
Kareem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a minute.
Oh boy.
Yeah, an illegal immigrant to Belgium tried to obtain residency permanently by attempting to impregnate a mentally disabled girl, according to Dutch news.
Oh boy.
The 30-year-old Kareem tried to impregnate a 19-year-old girl by raping her several times over several days in a building.
Oh God.
That she was squatting in. Experts say that she's basically was homeless.
Oh my God.
Experts say that she has the mental capacity of a 7 or 8-year-old. This guy was apparently previously deported from Belgium and returned in 2014.
For the same problem, most likely.
Oh,
probably.
Boy. So, setting a man on fire kind of is looking pretty palpable right now.
Yeah.
Burnside, go read the YouTube chat and get yourself a laugh as to what we were talking about before. It'll make you feel better.
It will.
Scooby, you can come back. We're done talking about it.
Oh no, I didn't leave. I was here. I was just cursing.
I figured as much, man.
You can feel free to curse on stream. If they remove it, they remove it.
No. It's not even that. It's not in English, so I didn't want to go cursing in like foreign languages on your stream because then people are gonna start trying to piss me off to get me to do that, and I don't want.
No, I don't want that because I like hearing that.
Oh my God.
I think Burnside just caught up on the chat. And
yeah, especially with what Death Hyrukin just said.
Gator jammies.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I'm actually not opposed.
Oh, really?
You know what? I actually could use some comfortable jammies. Gonna do it.
Well, Death Harukin actually misunderstood what I was talking about. I was actually talking about gator-themed assless chaps. So,
Oh my god. You know, I think I've got another person for those.
No, you are not giving them to D20.
Oh, damn. You know, that would be the best prank joke
I'm not
ever.
making a... No, see, they will be tailor-made for you, so they only fit you.
But I don't wear it. Chaps. I mean, I want to get an M license, but I'm not wearing assless chaps.
Hey,
I'll make sure you have a nice looking tail.
oh God. Hey, Scoob, this will make you feel better, man. Veterans organization can keep American flag bench following NYC removal order.
Woo!
that fucking de Blasio. Thank God that they got to keep the bench, but if ever there was somebody that you want to just fucking go up and grab them and fucking put super glue on their forehead and smack them against the light post and leave them there, it's him.
See, I thought you were going to go my style there. You know, walk up to him, grab him by the ears, headbutt him right in the face, and then when he was on the ground, kick him till he stopped moving.
No, I'd rather fucking super glue the asshole's forehead to the wall and then fucking kick his feet out from under him once it dries.
See, I got a little too much of the Scottish in me. I can't wait that long.
Oh, I'm patient as fuck. I'll wait. If you get my goat that badly, I'll wait. I'm a vindictive bastard. I'm Sicilian Irish. I'm hateful and patient.
Yes, I'm Irish, Scotch, Welsh. I'm hateful, I'm cruel, and I'm impatient.
I'm Scottish, Irish, and Native American.
So
I'm violent all the way around.
There's I forget what part of the history it is. I'm sorry, Burnside. You were gonna say something.
I was gonna say I'm full Swedish. I mean, I've maybe got like a little bit of like Norwegian, German, something else in there. But I'm pretty sure it's all rounded polite until you steal my beer, then I fucking kill you with an axe.
or mess with your what were they? You had a bag of what? And somebody knocked it out your hand.
Tamales. Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah, you just reminded me of something, Burnside. What? I'm so glad that you said tamales. Check this out. Did you watch the video I sent you about the thing with Christopher Columbus, right?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. He was a Hebe.
Yeah, now check this out. All right, now Mountain Man, Terra, do you guys know that when Columbus came to America, well, when he came to South America and he brought all of the people in his boat, all those Spanish people, you know what they all had in common?
What? Syphilis?
They were kosher.
They were all Jews. The reason that Columbus came at that point in 1492 is it was the same day that the decree went out in Spain, no Jews allowed. So they all had to leave. So they all went to Mexico. Well, Mexico and South America and wherever the fuck else they wound up. So there's a reason I'm saying this to you. Check this out. We don't have to keep deporting them back to Mexico. We can send them to Israel.
Oh Lord! Oh,
you know, you've seen the video, right? You've seen the end of it when they were talking about how they all tested as being over 80% Jewish in their genetics.
Yeah, I thought it was funny as hell. You know, Mr. Gonzalez do something or other mixed between Mexican and goes over to this stone that's actually written in Hebrew in fucking northern Mexico, and he's praying to it, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And like all these Gonzalezes line up and they're like, yay, I am part Hebrew.
Yeah.
Can I go to Israel now? And Israel's like, no, you are Goyim. You must stay. You must stay in Mexico. And fucking hysterical.
Well, that's probably part of the deal. That's probably why he was making this. Everyone thought he was in Netanyahu's pocket. Trump must have seen this video beforehand. How much you want to bet in the next few months they start deporting these guys to Israel?
Oh my God, please. Oh my God, do you know how fucking hysterical that'll be?
Oh, yeah, I do. The irony, the bittersweet irony.
Kosher tamales, can you imagine that? God, that sounds Semitically delicious. superbly delicious.
Kosher tamales made from fresh, what is it? Undiseased rat.
You know, a lot of people forget because we've had such a whirlwind presidency with this man. Do you remember his first executive order, what he did? And everyone was really mad because the first thing he did was he signed that thing to make sure that more women get money for the ones specifically who go into aeronautical engineering and intercontinental space travel, and everyone was bitching. And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm reading it, and I go like this to everyone on Minds. I think you remember this, Burnside. I go, you guys realize that Trump just signed an order to put feminists into space?
Yep.
Yeah. And when you look at it through that lens, and I'm thinking about the same thing, and it occurred to me when I watched that video, I'm like, he gave them Jerusalem as the embassy. What if he really does turn around and the ones that they can't deport to any of the South American countries, they test them and they start shipping them to Israel? What if that's part of the deal?
Do it.
Can you imagine? Holy shit!
Oh my god! I can. You know the best part about this is I could literally convince like all of the radical right wing political opposition to sign petitions for that shit, because they'll be like, we don't go do like them either. But you know what? You want to go send them to Israel? Oh, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Go and get them done over there.
But check this out. Check this out. What about the dreamers?
Hum hum biggie biggie bum bum, hum hum dream of Israel.
Think about it.
Biggie bum bum. Tacos at the Holy Dome.
Isn't that Israel's thing though? If a Jew is denied entrance to their place of home or origin, they're always welcomed back to Israel.
Yep.
And they don't have to be a practicing Jew.
Burnside, Death said to take it easy. He's worried you're gonna explode in your brain or in your
he goes easy, Boomhauer.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm definitely gonna explode into a confetti here. Oh, the gears are turning. Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
Oh my god,
awesome.
I can just see the conversation on Knights of the Round tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna slap that down and go, guys, I can kill all three of your problems with one final solution. Oh, really? You say final solution? Yes. Send them to Israel.
Well,
wait, what?
If you want Burnside, ask them if they want to shoot me a link tomorrow. I'll hop on just to explain it to them, and then I'll hop off because I don't feel like hearing that all night.
Oh god, yeah. I'll definitely have to call him. I doubt there will be any problems, but oh my god. Oh my god. You don't like
Mickey is going to shit in his pants with happiness.
I know. That's why I want to be the one to tell him. It's going to be fun. I haven't talked to Mickey in a while. I got to tell him how I came up with this idea. He'll get a kick out of it.
Oh my god. This is hysterical fucking political gold. Literal political gold.
How come I'm picturing you bouncing up and down in your chair like you're dancing?
He is.
Here's the fucking here's the comedy of how this can be done. Okay, so when you're gonna deport them, you round them up with ice, you bring them into court, and then afterwards, on top of them having to be deported, have a health screening. Just in the off case they quote have anything, because that was a problem for a while, I guess. So that basically means you can give them a rudimentary DNA test, and when they come up kosher, send them all the way to
Burnside. Death called it. He goes, I could see Burnside doing the genetic testing. Come right here. Yep, Jew. Out to Israel with you. Be gone.
And the best part is this will actually help them with their problem, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to stick them all in the Golan Heights, and they're going to get into it with the Palestinians. And what do you think's going to happen if the Palestinians mix it up with a bunch of deported MS-13 that we stuck in Israel?
Oh God, that's going to be brutal, man. That's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. We're going to regentrificate Israel and Palestine at the same time.
Well, think about that. Just if you look at the way it all works out is from what I've been reading, and I hate saying it like this, and I'm not laying it at Netanyahu's feet, but other people involved with Israel over the years have been coaxing certain things to get certain things, and they got what they wanted. Unfortunately, it's going to bite them in the ass, and what that is, for years, a lot of their more Zionist-leaning people that have been involved have been, like stacking the deck in America to get what they wanted and to get what they wanted. Now they have what they wanted, and unfortunately, we can utilize their own beliefs against them, and we can say, okay, good, you got them. That's great. Jerusalem's the embassy. By the way, we got some of your countrymen here. Oh, they're not your countrymen. No, they're your countrymen. The genes stay so, and so does your belief system. You got to take them. Have fun. Here they are. They're all yours.
My brother asks if your wife, will her profile pic be yours, but with a bow on her head?
No. If my wife had a YouTube channel, basically what the picture would be, for lack of a better thing that I could think of off the top of my head, it would probably just be a picture of a Hershey's Kiss because my wife loves chocolate. Yeah. Nothing, but my wife doesn't have any interest in YouTube. None. She doesn't like Twitter. She doesn't like any of that shit. She doesn't do social media.
Well, guys, it's almost 9 here. I know it's getting late where you're at, too.
It's a few minutes to midnight, so let's start doing the shilling. Let me pull up my Hangout so I can see the order.
Rocket.
All right, we are going before the Ron Fi gets him. We are going to have Burnside show.
All right. I am the Burnside Film Project, and I'm planning to maniacally and ethically deport all of these displaced poor kosher individuals to their proper homeland of Israel, so that they can make it great again. Oh, so great.
Burnside, I did want to bring up one point, and I was going to bring it up to Scoob as well. Y'all do realize if you unleash MS-13 members in the Golan Heights, that they're not gonna fuck with the Palestinians. They're gonna go right into fucking Syria, right?
Okay, that's our problem. Why? ISIS is there. They kill ISIS.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
No. They kill ISIS. And now we've got a new opium issue on our hands.
That's fine. We could just start carpet bombing again.
Okay. I give up on that one. I ain't gonna touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
There's always a solution that ordinance can solve.
Yeah, and every year today, we've pretty much made Syria our vulgar display of. So hey,
that's a dog wag. We already know that about Syria.
Oh yeah. So hey, if we go ahead and deport all of these very Semitic kosher individuals of mysterious descent back to their estranged homeland, and they decide to culturally appropriate in the name of the Greater Zionist Plan and come up with some collateral, then we can just give them a vulgar display of power and put them right back where they belong. The miracle of nuclear diplomacy with fucking firepower beyond all belief.
Nice.
Are you going to continue with your shill of where they can find you in RedBubble?
Oh, yeah. I got a few things I'm supposed to finish up putting on RedBubble. I'm doing some sizing for the Imperium of Mankind battle flag. And then I've got, I believe I've got a Catalonian design I've got to finish up there too. On RedBubble, it's Burnside Film, pretty much everywhere else, it's the Burnside Film Project. I've got the same avatar everywhere. Just look for the guy with the gas mask, the Spanish Civil War hat, and the 44 Magnum. And I don't know. I will be hopefully enacting this most noble plan for these poor displaced people. And I think I'm done with my show. I got to do my rounds.
Go do your rounds.
Cool.
And now we have the Veteran Mountain Man.
Hey everyone, I'm the Veteran Mountain Man. I'm on YouTube, BitChute, Minds, Gab, Maker Support, Patreon, Coffee, and of course Twitter. I just hosted earlier this week, so I won't be hosting again until next week. Also, don't forget I do content pretty regularly, and I even do some paid content. So if you want to be able to see my paid content, you're going to have to contribute. There you go, Terry. That's it.
Now we have the Scoobalicious.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Scooby331. You guys can follow me here on YouTube. I'm on minds.com, Gab AI, Patreon and PayPal, even though I'm having trouble figuring them out, but I'm going to try to get that all straightened out this week. I am still on Twitter, back again on Twitter, depending on which way you want to look at it. My old account has been reactivated for whatever reason. I guess they forgot about me. So I'm back on Twitter as Scooby331. And I uploaded a video today, and I should have some more videos coming out during the week. I am in between equipment, otherwise I would be able to put up videos daily. So once I get all of my stuff straightened out, I guess hopefully you guys can help me get that equipment and I can start bringing you more content.
All right, and I, of course, am TerraSynn. If you're watching this video, you obviously fucking found me. You can find me on pretty much any social media. I have an Etsy store, TerraandRoxyCraft. I also am trying to get up money to get the sewing machine I need, which is the Singer 4452 sewing machine. It's this machine right here. Did I screen share? No, I did not.
Yeah.
Do this real quick. This is the sewing machine I absolutely need because it is going, I have a wedding dress to make, things to alter, everything like that. And this machine will most likely last a lot longer than my last machine. So if you decide you just want to go ahead and buy the machine for me and send it to my nearest store, hit me up on YouTube, Twitter, Discord, if you know my Discord information. So that's what I need. Hopefully, the next time I am a host, I will have a Streamlabs up and a doing OBS through and still doing Hangouts because I kind of want a cooler looking setup. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching, and good night, cyberspace.